Alrighty guys, we made it happen Saturday morning. Picked up another one. So got a frame from an 04, I believe. It's a regular cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive, got the axles in it. And this frame is it's a little crusty, but it is in much better shape than the other one structurally. So let me flip around here. All right, so here's the frame. She got a little crust on her, but the big thing is the frame rails are really strong still. So looking pretty good. We're gonna drop this off at the sandblaster. We'll see you in a couple days. Alrighty guys, getting back at you. Got the OG frame right behind me. Gonna do a little work on that today. So I got something I want to show you on the workbench, so I'll flip you around really quick. But thanks for watching, thanks for stopping in. For everyone that left a comment on the last video, thank you very much. Hopefully your guess was right. I guess we'll find out, and whatever comes next. Today we're gonna focus on, I got some Pour 15, and I want to paint over the rust that's on the inside of this frame right here. My sandblast guy was able to get it pretty good, but it's not perfect. And because it's not perfect, I want to cover it up with some of that Pour 15 to try and encapsulate it. And the outside of this frame, even though it's got a little flash rust on it, it's good enough that we can spray it with a primer sealer. So that's what I'm going to show you next. All right, flipped around. On my workbench here, so picked up some cheapo Harbor Freight stuff. I don't exactly know if I can use that, but I know I can use this. So this is HVLP, high volume, low pressure, gravity feed spray gun with a regulator. $29.99, got my 25% off for Memorial Day. And so this is what we're going to use to spray that frame. I like the regulator built in. That's awesome. So what are we going to spray it with? Well, I was asking around a couple of my buddies that have done this before. And this is TransStar 6164. This is a 2K epoxy primer sealer. And so the thing to know about this is this isn't necessarily intended to be the only thing you put on a frame. I also got some, hard to do this one-handed, but got some TransStar urethane reducer. 6711 is the part number. So like I said, this isn't the only thing you should put on a frame. This is the first thing you should put on a bare metal frame. So if you put just a normal like auto body primer on here, it's going to absorb a lot of water, and eventually you're going to have problems unless you top coat it and clear coat it right away. This seals the frame permanently so that it cannot get any moisture, it cannot get any water. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Alrighty guys, starting a new video for you today. We are in the shop, gonna get some work done today. So you might be seeing, let's see if I can get a focus. We got that guy right there, and we got another one right here. So let me flip around for you. So actually, you're not seeing double. I did pick this up, and I got a little video from when I went to pick it up, but this is a second regular cab short bed frame, and unlike the one that's coming off the lift right now, the back half of this one is perfect. So you can see we got nice thick metal in there, no flex. There's one spot that needs to be fixed on it, and that is right up in there. The fuel tank cross member has a little hole in it, and then there's, I guess, two spots, because there's one other spot which is, you can just barely see it from the sun, but there's a hole right there, unfortunately, where it comes up. So two options for that one: either I cut it out of the other frame, or I fabricate something myself and patch it in. So unfortunately, not the best spot to have a hole, but it is what it is. When I blew the frame out a little earlier, it was full of leaves from trees, so the leaves were sitting in there just rotten and made a hole. So good old Wisconsin trucks with GM's fabulous rubber wax coating on it that does not do anything. Today we are going to get this frame on the lift, because this is the frame that I'm going to go ahead and use for the project. We're going to prioritize getting the fuel lines out of here, We're gonna swap the axles. So that's a 342 front and rear. I got the 373 front. I got the 373 14 bolt that I picked up last week. And so we're gonna swap axles, get the frame cleaned up, and kind of start the somewhat reassembly process before we pour 15 it and paint it. So I'll put you guys up on a time lapse and check in with you later. I got my buddy Bailey here. He's been helping me, and we are looking at the newer frame, the better one. We got the 14 bolt from the Vortec Max in here. Got some new U-bolts. This already had new leaf springs on it, so got that all installed. That took us, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. That wasn't too bad. And then we moved on to, this is the 373 front differential that I had. The truck previously was a 342, so we swapped that out. And that was kind of a pain in the butt. We didn't necessarily understand the methodology behind getting it in there exactly right the first time, so we were kind of playing with it, and got the CV axles off and put them back on. And that's pretty much what we're looking at with the frame so far today. I did blow out the entire frame of all the sand and leaves and rust particles, and so you can see my hole got a little bit bigger here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little investigation on the other frame and drill a small hole here and make sure that it's as thick as like it should be up here. And as long as it is, I'm gonna take that piece out of the other frame and cut it out and probably splice it in here. I'll splice it in up underneath the cab mount where I got a little bit of rust, cut it down under here, get rid of that, and then we'll eventually maybe find another piece to fix the other frame, but this one's a priority. So the other things that I found wrong with this frame is it looks like this torsion bar mount is toast because I can move it around. So one thing I've been considering doing is the Atomic Fabrication and Performance coilover conversion on this. I just haven't really wanted to spend the $1,000 on something I haven't even been able to drive yet, but we'll see what I can come up with for torsion bar mounts and then go from there. So this is kind of where we're gonna leave it. The other thing that we got done today, we got the bed off of the trailer outside and got it in the shop here. So we're using an old jet ski stand that I have. I use that one for when I want one jet ski kind of on the ground and one on top of it. But anyways, we're using that stand with two 2x4x8s and got it stable. And it's not stable enough where you could just kind of toss it around, but it's good enough. It's leaning up against the wall in case something happens. And I got the little wheel chalk down there. So Bailey and I hanging out, but we are going to conclude our day. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you guys next time. Bye.